When you lose your job, you are in the middle of one of the biggest changes you'll probably go through in your life. And we are now talking to someone who manages change. It is Maura Joy Lustig. She's a transformational coach. Thank you very much for joining us, Maura. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me, Craig.
What advice do you have for people as they approach, as they are in smack dab in the middle of this time of change?
Well, first of all, been there, done that. I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so much about taking stock of asking yourself, what if everything I've been doing in my life has actually been preparing me for this moment, instead of seeing it as the complete disaster it may feel like when it hits. I'm reminded of my own experience years ago when I was downsized. I lost my position in a chartered financial institution after years of showing up every day and not expecting this to happen. It was a downsizing. It wasn't personal, and being devastated when I was escorted out with my mug and my pen, and getting out to the car. And the two songs playing on the radio were, first of all, "Let Her Cry, for She's a Lady." And the second one was "It'll Be All Right." And then spending that weekend licking my wounds and looking at, okay, taking stock of what is my inventory of transferable skills. What am I good at? What are my gifts? What's my takeaway from what I got here? What did I actually feel relieved that I no longer would have to be doing again? And then moved forward from there.
And what should people be doing, once they have licked their wounds, once they're ready to start evaluating and making decisions? What things should people be doing to do that?
One of the things that I really teach is about self-mastery, because if it's to be, it's up to me. And right now, we're in a time of unprecedented change. A combination of where someone may simply, in the past, have been downsized from one position and need to move on to the next. But today, change is happening more rapidly than ever before. And what it's important to do is to maybe look at things differently. And it's not easy, but you must be willing to become vulnerable, to let go of the identity attached to a specific job title, to look at what it was that actually you loved most about it, and dig deep within yourself to say, okay, where did that come from? Looking at becoming a perpetual learner. Instead of seeing yourself as a finished product, look in terms of being in process, always in process. This is a beta, not the end result. And this is, as much as it may be painful to let go of something that we identify with, that we have done for many years, it's also the window to look through and say, okay, there's more to me than this. And self-care is a big piece of that. It's around managing your state. It's about learning how to transform the experience of now working perhaps exclusively from home. It's about setting boundaries and prioritizing. I teach my clients how to hit the reset button every day so that they can pick themselves up, dust themselves off, get back in the game and say, there's more and I'm going for it. And then how to, in concrete ways, create the structures for being able to take actionable steps towards that every single day.
And what are some of the steps people can take?
Inventory, taking inventory in a way like you've never done it before. Letting go of the identity of what you did, and instead really taking stock of all the different things you may have done along the way in the process of doing that particular job. And then from the standpoint of self-care and creating the space for yourself to live into every day, to be able to structure, I use journaling. I mean, that's one ritual, is that you journal. It's very specific. It doesn't have to become a big epic writing exercise. It could be something every day around shifting energy towards gratitude, towards powerful thoughts, towards intentions for the day, circling the things that give you the most joy, eating the frog with the things that need to be done anyways, getting them done, really locking arms with other members of community who are like-minded, who aren't just sitting back and having a pity fest, but in fact are saying, okay, I don't like what life dealt me. And I wasn't ready for it perhaps either, but maybe secretly it was meant to happen in a way that is going to serve me beyond anything I expected. It's exercise daily, it's reading, it's looking at, okay, now I've got time to learn something I didn't do before. For myself, as an example, I mean, I wasn't downsized or anything, but when COVID hit a year ago, I shifted. I mean, I host retreats in France. I teach art workshops. I do private coaching and group coaching, and I have my online program. I also do some network marketing. A year ago, I didn't have an online program, and my focus wasn't exclusively on my coaching practice. It was still spread across the spectrum there. But since COVID hit, oh my goodness, did I ever pivot? I just dug deep into what I loved most about coaching, what gives me joy every day, and developed the online program with all of my systems and tools to support that coaching, and then blended the two together and really dig deep with the client to look at what I mean, I can see things in people that they don't see in themselves, and I can articulate that for them in a way they have never thought of before. And it's incredible what they actually do. The actions they start taking, things maybe they thought about doing, but now they see a clear path to actually doing every day. And the ripple effect that has for them, for their families, for their coworkers, for their community. They build health and they build confidence in no uncertain terms. Sorry.
One of the worst parts about losing the job is the feeling of helplessness and lack of control. But once you start doing things, you start to feel a lot better. And one of the best ways to get doing things is to learn new things that help you get where you want to go. I didn't know how to put a website together now, and I'm still no master at it, but everything on my website is stuff I've built. And then you find the people who will help you, because people want to help you. There are a lot of people out there who want to help you. It's just finding the ones who can help you do what you want to do and what you need to do.
You're right. And I love that expression. I think it's Zig Ziglar, you help enough people get what they want. It's amazing how it comes back in so many ways to you. Meditation, in terms of like you're describing, with lack of control, powerlessness, that's like PTSD. And meditation is certainly helpful for that. And also the 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. I find that infinitely helpful. The don't make assumptions, don't take it personally, be impeccable with your word, and always do your best, and your best is good enough. And every day is a fresh start. Like you, I really, and everyone, this is the advice for everyone, is to be able to accept the fact that we are in a digital age. That is not going to change. In fact, the pace of change is happening faster and faster. It's as slow now as it ever will be. It's only going to get faster. It's about learning new ways of doing things, not changing the core of who you're being in the matter, but actually identifying more clearly who you are. Not what you do, there's a difference, but who you are. And then learning how to apply that into new and better ways to be able to have an even bigger impact than you had before, because people don't realize exactly what they're capable of. And as you said, connecting with people that can help you get what you need, because luck favors the prepared. Effort meets opportunity, and that turns into luck overnight when it's never really overnight, but it absolutely manifests in unforeseen ways beautifully.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat sayings about luck. And my favorite one is, luck is what happens after you've given 100%.
Yeah.
So, and I hope that, this is a hard time for people, but, and, you hear so many times it's also an opportunity, but it is an opportunity. And you may not know what's coming next, but it's a great chance to learn about what those options are and learn what your skills are. And they may not be what you did at work. So that's an area where you are available to help. Maura, what services do you offer people?
Combination of things. At the moment, certainly my group coaching programs and my private coaching practice, as well as nutritional consultation. We have a clinic in Peterborough. My husband's a chiropractor and laser therapist. So we do a lot of work with people to really improve their health dramatically. And then that, of course, feeds right into everything else I already do as a transformational coach. And then as, COVID permits, I will be resuming my transformational wellness retreats in France and the art workshops that I conduct, helping people really access their creativity. When you teach an adult how to play again, it's so much more than just art. It's a whole different realm. They apply all the new learning. They remember how to learn again. and then they apply that in business. And you watch people light up like a candle. It's a beautiful thing. So coaching is really my invitation. Explore that with me. Nothing gives me greater joy than watching someone else fall in love with themselves again and create the life they love in ways they never imagined possible.
Maura, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Your links and contact information are below this interview, and I encourage people to reach out to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Craig. Really appreciate being invited. Bye-bye for now.